Okay, so this is probably going to be a little bit of a harsh talk for some of you all, but some of you all need this harsh talking to, okay? You need to get out of your own way, okay? You need to get out of your own way. And the reason why I say this, because some of you all are stuck in a job that you've been there for X, Y, Z amount of years. And yes, I know that the economy is rough and it's tough right now. But that should not stop you from at least trying to apply for other things or applying yourself to other situations. You are afraid to leave because, like I said, you've been there for a long time. You're comfortable, it's consistent pay, but at the end of the day, it's not what you really want to do. So it's okay to branch out, apply to other things or do things that you want to do instead of just complaining about it. Stop complaining about it, because you probably been complaining about folks, and folks tired of hearing you complain because you don't make no action towards anything. What about that relationship? 111 on the timer just now. What about that relationship that has died and you guys are just together, just going through the motions? Some of you all are just shacking up, being roommates with one another. Y'all might not even be in the same room anymore. Some of you all just don't want to be alone because you're afraid of being alone by yourself because you've never been by yourself. But some of you guys, you got to get to know yourself. And the only way you can get to know yourself is you got to break away from that relationship that is just hanging on like a parasite. You could be blocking yourself from your true person that you're supposed to be with because you staying with somebody just because that's what y'all been doing. Like I said, this doesn't apply to everybody. I understand the situation. Some of you all got kids together and this, that, and the third. I understand. I really do. But, some of you all, that you were supposed to exit a long time ago and you have not done that yet. So you can't be sorry for nobody. Don't be sorry for yourself. Just make some moves about it. Some of you all are afraid to move away from family and friends. Some of you all are not happy in the current place where you're living at, but you're afraid to move away from what you've known. But ain't nobody gonna live your life for you but you. So they're not gonna move for you. If you want to move, go and move. Start exploring options, start, looking into other factors instead of just being like, man, it's so boring here. I'm tired of staying here. Whoop-de-whoop. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to be a negative Nancy or negative Ned. No. Stop that. Some of you all are stuck on that cycle of go to work, come home, eat, sleep, do it again, rinse, wash, repeat. And you are bored in it. But you have the option to break up the monotony. You have that option. You can do something about that. You don't just have to, let's say after you get off work, you want to go volunteer or you want to join a craft group or, you have the ability. Don't be stuck in that mindset. I am a chain to this 9 to 5. Nothing can happen outside this 9 to 5. It's a mindset thing. You have got to change your mindset. Okay? So you can do that. Nobody else can do that. Nobody wants to hear you complain like all I do is go to work, eat, and sleep. Nobody wants to hear that. We in this day and age, we tired of this complaining. The complainers exit the building, stage right, leave. We don't want to hear the complaining anymore. We want to hear about the people that are actually doing things, positive things. We don't hear the negativity no more. Some of you all are afraid to make a leap in love. You ain't made that phone call, you ain't sent that text, you ain't sent that DM. It's not gonna get sent for you. You gotta do it. If you're really interested in somebody, what's the worst that can happen? They could say no, or they could say yes, but you won't know until you actually do it. Some of you all are afraid to start that business because, oh my gosh, startup costs is this. Why? Baby, there's grants, there's loans out there. You know, there's angel investors. There's different ways. Stop thinking the negative about it. Some of you all are afraid to move. Like I said, you're so comfortable being in the city where you already been in. You know, you're just afraid. I can't move into a house because I ain't making X amount of dollars. But you ain't never went to go through that pre-approval process to see how much you might be able to make or how much you might be able to afford. So you got to take some steps towards these actions. You can't just sit here and just pray about it. Prayer takes action. Prayer takes action. Manifesting takes action. There are some things that you have to put into the process, into play for things to actually happen for you. Some of you all are afraid to learn new skill. Sign up for that class. Just go do it. I don't want to hear no complaining no more. Or going back to school. Oh my gosh, like it's gonna cost X amount of dollars, loans, da. But baby, let's say that you get and you graduate, you got these loans. What if the new career or whatever that you're doing, you can pay back those loans like that? Then you could be making the money you're supposed to be making, okay? Get out your own way. 555 on the timer. Get out your own way. You are your own worst enemy, your own worst critic. So get up, do something.